where students, alumni, faculty members come together to share experiences, stories, and knowledge in relaxed setting. It is my privilege to introduce remarkable personality in the field of medicine, Dr. P. Vatsalaswamy ma'am, currently serving as the Director of IQEC at Dr. Patil Medical College and Director of Academics at Dr. Patil Medical College and Research Center, Pimpri. Ma'am has had an illustrious career spanning over 5 decades. She had dedicated her life to teaching anatomy and also served as Dean of Dr. Patil Medical College. With more than 75 publications in esteemed national and international journals, her contribution to medical research are significant and enduring. Ma'am has also been a valuable resource in the medical education unit, having contributed to educational literature, including chapters in books published by AFMC and DYPMC. Her commitment to advancing medical education is truly inspiring, and we are honored to have her with us today. Let us extend a warm welcome to Dr. P. Vatsalaswamy. Now,
my question to you is, could you please share with us a little about your early life and what initially inspired you to pursue a career in the medicine? Thank you. Yes. Regarding my career, I must tell you that I started my career thinking that I would take literature. I don't know whether you believe it or not. Yes, that was my passion because my dad was I must say, a very well-known figure in Andhra Pradesh. I used to help him in writing his books. So I thought I would take literature. But as luck would have it, 1964, after I finished my pre-university, those days we used to call it pre-university, my dad made me apply for medicine, and I was there in the first list itself. I think, if I remember correctly, the third one. And then I was counseled to take medicine. Then there was no looking back. I did it with commitment, and I enjoyed it, and I still enjoy it.
My question to you would be, what motivated you to specialize in the field of anatomy, and how does this field resonate with your interests and values?
Thank you. Anatomy was not by choice. See, those days we had to go to Delhi for UPSC interviews. So I applied for a course both in Maharashtra as well as Central. So when the selection came, there was no choice there. They used to just appoint us through UPSC, that is Central Government. And similarly, I got selected in MPSC also. And there was a tussle as to which one to take. Then I decided to take Central because those days, none of you would know, madam will know, the Director of Medical Education was Dr. Anjali, who is our family friend. So he advised me, Vatsala, if you ask me, you better choose a pre-clinical subject because my husband is not a medical. Considering that, he advised me to be able to give time to your family and you will not regret. One day you will become like me. And I went and met him and he became the HOD, saying that I have taken the responsibility now. But he was the reason who motivated me because I was, I think Dr. Deshpande is not here, I was very passionate about OBGYN. I wanted to do it and I had an opportunity to do it. I was selected. But then considering his advice, now I don't regret anymore. Any reason, there is no reason and I don't regret it at all. But then he made me think analytically, logically. Then he said, think about it. I'll give you 2 days. You have 2 appointments in your hand. One is the UPSC, that is in AFMC. The other is MPSC, where I am posted at Pune, College Medical College. Then we discussed and then at the end, I was told I was going to think. I didn't know what is good for me. Then I took the decision that anytime, I think Dr. Nirale will agree with me, anytime central government post is always better. No transfers, AFMC is the only place. And I have absolutely no regret whatsoever because I served more than 30 30 years, 3 decades, 33. And now today I'm proud to say that one of my students has taken over as Director General Armed Forces Medical Service, that is Vice Admiral R.P. Sareen. So I'm proud of it. Proud of the fact that so many have passed, and all of you know that anatomy is the basic subject, and how you put across your ideas and say, make the students understand. And I enjoyed my stay. It was a real pleasure. Those 33 years, it just went like that. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Haraziz from second year. So, you've had an illustrious career spanning over 5 decades. So, my question to you is, what were the biggest challenges you faced, especially early on in your career and as a woman in medicine?
The second part, I definitely agree. As a woman, yes, it is a great challenge. Every step as a woman has to prove herself. There are many girls I can see here. You have to try your best. Don't expect anything in return. I always keep saying that. Don't think that you will get something when you do this. If I please somebody, I will be promoted. If I do this, I will be taken further in my career. No. And I have not done anything to achieve this. It is only the commitment, hard work, and don't expect anything in return. God gives you. If you are deserving, then you get it. But don't expect anything in return. But I had challenges, many challenges at every step. As a second point, as a woman, where I had to prove that yes, there are medals also there with me. Where I had to prove that yes, I am equally competent, I can do it, and I will know. See, this is the third part is very important. Age is no bar. You should be able to, like tomorrow if I don't know anything, I ask Krishna or you to come and teach me. I have no restrictions at all. Age is no bar. As long as you don't restrict yourself and you learn to everyone, sky is the limit. All of you, I advise you, don't expect anything in return and keep on doing it. You will at one point of time you get what you will expect. Thank you.
Ma'am, actually I have a question for Nirali ma'am. Ma'am, being a women's surgeon, how do you balance your work life as well as the life of the hospital? Because there is no time schedule bounded job for you. So how do you balance it?
Thank you for inviting me here. And it is not easy, as Madam has already told. And being a surgeon is all the more. It is a very demanding job, and many compromises to reach to this level. But this was my passion, and when you have passion, you have commitment. You can definitely reach it. Lots of difficulties. We have to give birth to the child. God has given us that gift that we have to manage. There is no choice. Family in India, lots of expectation from our daughter-in-law, and being a female, I have to manage that. And it was difficult, but good family support and commitment from your side will take you through everything. So that is the only thing which I advise all of you, that you have to be committed, you have to be passionate and sincere. Everything can happen.
Thank you, ma'am. Now there is a game called musical guess work. So here a music will be played, and both of you, I mean any one of you can guess this. You have to guess the song as well as the movie of that tune. Okay. So Pranav sir, should we start? Okay. So the first track is
Aradhana. Picture is Aradhana.
and song.
Song is remote.
Any guesses? Any guesses, guys?
Group there. Yeah.
Are you interested to sing it? Next song. I'm sure about this that they won't be able to guess this movie. But at least you. Exactly. Guys, अगर आप लोग cheer नहीं करोगे तो निराले मैम और वत्सला मैम जल्दी जल्दी guess नहीं करेंगे. Yeah, next one. Discuss this movie 2 days back. Yeah, please. Anyone from you guys? Yeah? Right. टिक टिक वाजते डोक्यात दुनियादारी movie. दुनियादारी movie. Okay, next. It's based on mental health. Okay, next track. कोई मिल गया Okay, so here we come to the end of it. So let's get on to the next question. Okay.
As such, I'm very fond of there are certain activities which attract me, and as we yes, there were many challenges, but I enjoyed being with my first passion is to be with students. See, even today, if I tell you that after 52 years of my span of professional life, what I enjoy most is to be with students. People ask me why are you still working? I'm not exaggerating. There are many who ask me, knowing my age. But I tell them what keeps me going is being with young people. And especially medical students. Because I must have interacted with by now thousands of students. But every student is unique. Every student is different. Every student is capable. Every student has a talent which the other person does not have. So how you bring out the best in them is in your hands. So what I did as a team is, yes, knowing who is interested in what, encourage them. But one thing is common. What is that? Can you tell me? Which you all should know, should do academics. See, you have come here for studying. But studying is not only enough. You have to pursue, like I always appreciate when he comes to me or he goes to Annie Francis with the creative ideas. Because see, for you people, you are very innovative, very creative. So what keeps me going or what kept me going was the passion to be 10 minds. That is one. Now coming to leadership position, as I told you, as I was doing my activities one by one, it was being recognized and then I was offered the leadership position and I must appreciate management, Chancellor Dr. Patil sir, Madam Madhashi Patil, Dr. Yashar Patil, who believed in me. Because otherwise the superannuation there, I think the other day somebody asked, because she is very student friendly, was she out of these posts? I am not exaggerating, this is what I was told. I said no, because I turned 70. 70 is the age limit for any constitutional post, that is NSC. Then I had, but after 70, now I am 76. Please give a big hand. It is time to all of them to believe in me that I can still work. And that kept me going. Otherwise, suppose they say that you are not good, you are not doing, not good is not the word, you are not giving the right output. It makes a lot of difference, then you get demotivated. You will not do it. But at every step, I was given that support, which made me, like I talked about in doing NAC, we used to work with Yoga. Then again, morning 7 o'clock we used to be here. Like someone said, this professional course is 24/7. We cannot think that we can relax. There are madam is here, who is a surgeon. I always say that there is no time. You should be ready to just go wherever you are required. That is the thing. You are all going to become doctors. Our country's future is in your hands. Our country's health is in your hands. Please remember that. You must remember, yes, if you are not well, I agree. I don't think we ever take anything. And we are here almost till 7:30 every day. And sometimes, most of the time, Sunday also. But don't grieve about it. If you think it is a pain, you are going to do it, then it hurts you. If you think it's a pleasure, that let me come, let me be with people, let me share my contribution and let me see that something good comes out of that, then nothing happens. You will feel really energetic.
Do you all feel that she is scientific? Have you ever thought about it? No, she's not. And another thing what I want to add is being with young people like you makes us feel young. Yes, definitely. Right?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Shivali from second year. I had a question. In your opinion, what are the most significant changes that have occurred in the medical education over the last 5 years? And how do you feel about it?
I will start from my time as a student. That was, I was a student. I started my medical career in 1964. Right? And that time, nothing was there, nothing was available. Only one thing we used to depend upon is the teacher and blackboard. Chalk and blackboard, nothing else. No regrets. Because our teachers were so good. We used to understand everything. And in medical college, our physiology professor was our principal. And he used to take lectures at 6 o'clock in the evening. And we were a batch of 100. And you will not believe we used to rush that I was sitting in the first row. We used to rush like that is my time. Then we came to 80s and coming to my life in the AFMC. The technology has advanced. In fact, I wrote an article about the educational technology recently last week in Pioneer. See, the technology has advanced and we started teaching with overhead projector, OHP. And you know, my time is to go in making transparencies. All of us, all the teachers. And we used to project those transparencies and explain. Even then, it was good. But I am coming to your time. I will tell you, I must tell you that all of you are very, very lucky. Very lucky. Because the teacher is there, teacher is a facilitator, but there's so much you can learn. Combining, intertwining the technology with education. What is being taught? There's so much of technology available for you to to learn. Now we are talking about the other day we were talking about software for asking objective function unit examination. So much on your mobile, right? And so much information is there with you. And if you want to excel, you can excel. It all is in your hands now. Teacher is there as a facilitator always, but so much of opportunity. We never had this much of opportunity. We never had so much of avenues to learn. We had to only depend upon our teacher. And fortunately or unfortunately, library facility was there, but we could not sit in the library for a longer time. So that was the difference. And when I compare right from 60s to now, I say that the technology is advanced, technology has made the job easier, technology is helping you to learn very easily. That's what it is.
Now I request Dr. Chaya Suryavanshi ma'am and Jodi Anesthesia to please take the seat. Guys. Okay. There's some another game, ma'am. Here are cards. One side of the card says yes, and the other one says no. I'll be asking you awkward, funny questions to you, and you have to answer it saying yes or no. And if the incident is very funny, you can also give us some experience about it. Okay? Thank you. Let's start. Okay. The game says nothing to shy about. Okay. So the first question is, have you ever fallen asleep during lecture or meeting? Okay, nice. Second, have you ever pretended to understand a complex medical term just to avoid looking confused? Okay, sir. Have you ever googled a medical condition because you could not remember it during consultation? Ma'am, the first reaction was to Have you ever lied to your parents about your exam results? No? Guys, learn something. Have you ever used your title to skip a queue somewhere? कि मैं डॉक्टर हूँ, मुझे थोड़ा जल्दी निकलना है तो मैं आगे
And I have never done it. But when I go to the airport, I go with my defense pass. That is the agency one which I take with me. But right from entrance, I am given a royal treatment. So with that, I stop taking my defense card. I take my Aadhaar or PAN card. But it happens, I never skipped. But sometimes I was taken like that, which I didn't like it myself. Once or twice it happened. Because right from the entry, that salute begins. So I thought I must avoid that. So I stopped it. But otherwise,
I used this when I had broken the traffic signal.
Oh.
So I thought I was doctor, I used to go, but actually it was not so. So there I lied. That was the time when I used it.
Okay, another question. Have you ever attended a party or wedding where you are not invited, I mean gate crashing as a student during college time? Okay. No. Okay. I will have it, sir. Have you ever called yourself sick to take leave from the college during your college days? Not here, during your college days.
no, I'm sorry, I never took leave. That is not in my, never in my mind. Even now, if I am not already, I must share with you, I think they all know. I met with a very fatal road accident in 2013 and I was bedridden for 3 months. I could not even move. So many injuries, crash injuries on hand, knee, everywhere, rib fractures. But the moment I joined, I thought I should make up for those 3 months when I was on leave. Because I had never taken leave. So that was bothering me. but I was away from work. So I tried to compensate as much as I could, but I never remained absent. But at this juncture, I must tell you something which we did. We had are you all are you bored? We had what is called professional course, not like this. Your course is 4.5 plus 1, that is 5.5. Ours was not that. 12th was included in the medical professional course. So 12th was first professional, wherein we had the subjects which you have in 12th. And then the first year was for 2 years. So what happened is during the first year, a batch of 100, we were told that the English, first year I'm talking about, English lecture has been cancelled. This was the message given. And I never went for movies because my dad always used to say two things he never permitted. One is going for movies and the second one is playing cards. So we never did that. But that day, first movie I saw was Namuran. That was when I was in the 10th standard. That was okay. That I went with my uncle who was a conservator of college. He took me. But the second one, which was the movie which the entire batch has decided to go because the lecture was cancelled and the theatre was from here to the main gate, next door. All of them, I never agreed. I didn't want to go because I knew that it is during the college hours and we were 5 days scholars who used to walk from home to medical college, which is about 2 kilometers away. But they told me nothing will happen. You all come, see there is no class. What is that you are going to miss? We and the day scholars were there with me. They said, we tell your parents, don't worry, come with us. We went for the movie. We saw the movie, enjoyed the movie, and as we were coming out, the first person or first couple whom I met are my parents. When my parents are they don't know. And you should now visualize my feelings at that time. I felt so guilty, so bad. I've never done anything like that. But see, that is why I'm telling you, sharing with you. That is the peer pressure. I'm giving an example of peer pressure. That was the first and the last time. I apologize to my parents that I have not informed them. But I enjoyed the movie. All but the same. Because I was able to enjoy like all of you. I enjoyed, but that was one thing I wanted to share.
Mind you, I have done everything, so don't cheat that on me. As students, you cannot do because I can catch on the POP. Right?
Okay. Ma'am, last few questions. Have you ever played a prank on a fellow doctor or a student during your college days? No pranks. Have you ever tried to diagnose a family member or a friend at a social gathering?
Diagnosing the medical condition?
Yeah, at a social gathering.
Yes. There are many times in social gatherings it is expected that we listen to them, though we go to enjoy when we go for a social gathering. But I never used to displease them. I used to ask them and then see that I help them. And many times whenever I am going out, I always have a set of medicines that are required for emergency. It is not now, right from the beginning. Anything that is asked, I will have. Not for me alone, I can give and pass it on to others. Yes, I can.
Last but not least question, because everyone here wants to know this. Have you ever sneaked out of the hostel during your college days?
I never stayed in hostel.
This is the safest answer I can give. Thank you so much. So, over to you guys. Next question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Rusty. I wanted to ask, when you're not completely immersing yourself in your professional and academic life, how do you relax and unwind?
This I shared with Krishna the other day. Like you all played so much of music, I think I can see Pranav doing that and Krishna also doing it. But every day, because we work throughout the day, but we say no. We are hopping and jumping to different locations, different places. And we also need, and after going home, I immediately don't relax. I have a 5-year-old granddaughter next to my house, next door. So I go to babysitting for an hour so that the parents can work. They're in software, IT. Then I go home. I take my puja after all that my rituals. I cook definitely myself. Because only two of us doesn't take much time. But every day, 10:30 to 1, we watch something or the other on the TV. Something that should move. Like yesterday, some Mamta Bachchan's movie because where the girl has been abducted and now I'm not getting it. But it is only for time pass, not for registering anything. So that is one way of relaxing. The second is my granddaughter whom I teach whatever I can teach during that 1 hour. And she picks up. And you know that children pick up very fast. So she does pick up whatever I teach her. And now she is trying to tell me what she's learning from school. So it is both ways. Yes, thank you.
Let's welcome Dr. Anilkar ma'am, Head of the Department General Medicine. And thank you so much ma'am for being with us. Thank you so much. Now I would like to call upon Krishna to take over and play a game called Guess the Professor. And it will be a fun event.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon. We have a short little game prepared for you. I have 2-3 drama students who are going to perform something, and you have to guess which packet it is. There's some.
All of them.
We knew who's going to come in the front table. First, we have Patil Katta.
Hey, you stand up, sleeping in my class.
Many guesses.
No, I like this one, he said.
It's two classes ahead. Someone from an ad. Do a little more. Yeah. Good guess. It was Nilesh. Next up, we have Khushi Shah.
College Katta college में चल रहा है ना? क्यों कृष्णा? हो जाएगा ना सब? ठीक से हो जाएगा। हो जाएगा ना? College Katta एकदम बहुत अच्छे से चल रहा है college में।
Next up, we have Shapakshi Nair.
Today was a wonderful evening. I would like to inform you, Dean sir, your events were not enough at my class. It was a wonderful event at our level, and we performed. You all students performed very nicely in this meeting.
Rashid Kapani. We have the last one from Shaileja Dev.
Nice. अब छोटे बच्चे आपको बैठे यार नहीं है तो यूनिफॉर्म क्यों नहीं पहनी आपने चलो मैं अपना फोन साइड में रख रहा हूँ चाहे विराट कोहली का फोन आ जाए मैं अपना फोन
Ma'am has guessed 3 out of the 4. Huge round of applause. Huge round. Question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Swaran Prabha from second year MBBS. So I would like to know what advice would you give to the upcoming generation of doctors as they enter this rapidly evolving medical landscape?
This is a very good question. Because what is bothering at least us who are mature, I can use the word, who have seen life. Because you are able to see life, you have just entered active life, not that you have not seen. It is very difficult at this juncture for all of you when you complete your MBBS and go out. You are going into a competitive world where you will face a lot of challenges. And first and foremost, I want to tell you, because this is my advice, I keep talking to my colleagues also. One thing is, always think positively. Always. Never think negatively. Never think that I can't do. If you think you can't do, you can't do. You can never do it. So first is positivity. Number two, you are in a medical profession. There are two things we must learn. Communication. Communication in a way that it appeals to the patients. It appeals to the person who are talking to. Because many times I see, Madam knows clearly, the patients relatives come to me. वो डॉक्टर ने बात नहीं किया, वो बहुत जोर से बात किया. So this is very important, that communication. So first is positive thinking, second is communication, third is thorough knowledge. See, if you have knowledge, nobody can touch you. And I don't say that you are 100% impossible. All of them will agree with me. But at least you must reach to 70 to 80%. You try. It is difficult, but you try. And once you have the thorough knowledge, nobody can touch you. And telling you, once you go out and then you want to do any job, you can just face people, provided you are positive thinking. And the second thing is that you must have good communication. Most important is you have to have thorough knowledge. And I must tell you at this juncture, I must wish you, before I leave this place, a very happy Navratri, because today the Devi is an epitome of 4 things. Anybody can tell? Can you think of today's? Because Navratra, 9 Devis. So today's second day, right? Compassion, wisdom, perseverance, and emotional intelligence. So today's Devi is an epitome of that. All of you are in this temple. You are all studying in this temple. See, you must thank yourself that such a facility, all of them will agree with me, is not there anywhere. I went to US. I visited 2-3 hospitals and medical centers recently. But I feel that we don't lack any. Please give a big hand for that. Chancellor Sir, Professor Madam, and Dr. Eshraf Patil, because we don't lack anywhere anything. Everything you have. But how best, coming to your question, how best you utilize the facilities and the excellent teachers, faculty we have. If you utilize them properly, tomorrow when you go out, only think straight that I am going to do this, I am going to achieve this. But at the same time, one request is, don't forget to relax. Please don't forget to relax, because you have to utilize some me time for you. Very, very important. That me time is the one which will guide you to wake up next morning very fresh. And I always tell them, I never feel tired. Take it from me. Never, never. And that word tiredness never comes. Because I always think that there is something which I can do better. Okay, I failed in this, but there is something else I can do better. And I will learn. And when I was the dean, I must tell you, I don't know if I will share. I learned how to use the computer for entry of ECFMG of students from one of the medical students. And he is not here with us, but please give him a big hand. Sarah Tendela. I used to call him at this time. He used to come to my office after his studies and help me. And I have learned everything during COVID. If I'm confident today that I can operate like I did while I was in the US, 2 or 3 guest lectures operating on the computer, making my own PowerPoint, but that is thanks to all of you. Please give yourselves a big hand. Otherwise, we are not there. We are not able to learn. You are the people who guided us, who told us, some of you, and many of you can do that. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, ma'am. Before moving ahead with the questions, Ma'am, as we discussed 2 days back, that how is your daily routine, and you said that you watch a movie or something, you have a screen time during the night, and you watch a movie and then go to sleep. So there is something that we need a game called Guess the Voice. The voice note will be played. You have to guess the famous actor, politician, or the celebrity, whoever it is. I'll also welcome Kadin.
I forget the next morning.
I'll also welcome Aditya ma'am and Chaya ma'am to join, and help ma'am as well, and Nirale ma'am too, and everyone is welcome to help ma'am with this. So Pranab sir, should we start? Okay.
John.
Amitabh.
Okay, nice. Very good. Guys, अगर तुम तालियां नहीं बजाओगे तो फिर माँ बताएंगे नहीं.
आजकल तो हमारे गेम में जो
छाया मैम ने मूवी में बता दिया है.
आजकल तो हमारी जो फिल्मों में जो हीरोइन है वो भी बोल्ड हो गई है, मतलब कहानी की ऐसी आती है. आपने लुका छिपी देखी होगी, बहुत सारे लोग हैं. इसमें लड़की खुद बोलती है मुझे लिव इन करना है, लिव इन रिलेशनशिप.
Amit ma'am.
Yeah. मेरी सबसे अच्छी दोस्त नहीं बन सकती,
Shahrukh.
तो ऐसे कोई कर.
Party करें. कुछ होता है. संजीव कुमार.
क्या कभी ताना नहीं देखा पहले?
हेमा मालिनी. मेरे बॉयफ्रेंड से गुरु गुरु करेगी तो वो ही नहीं ना उसको. एक्ट्रेस होने को नहीं निकली हो.
आगे तक पट्टी तो निकली है तुम्हारे से.
When I step out of the field, I have to believe that I'm the best. Because my mindset, as I said, was very clear from the first time I started playing this game. I'm not going to allow anyone to think that I'm just as much.
आप महीने में कितनी पार्टीज करते हैं?
बहुत पार्टी.
Like every day?
एवरीडे नहीं क्यों? मुझे इतना भी दोस्त नहीं कि एवरीडे पार्टी हो सकते हैं, पर एवरीडे कोई मुझे बुलाया नहीं है. क्यों इस पार्टी का पॉइंट था कि सब लोगों को मैं बोला कि मैं यहाँ 6 बजे तक मिलेगा, या बंद हो सकते हैं, जमीन को साफ करेगा पर मैं मिलेगा, सब लोग को पिक्चर देगा. मैम, Ori is a recent celebrity. Like you do surgery, so you are a surgeon. Do people do painting, so you are a painter. He lives, so he's a liver. So this is a new concept.
Yoshi.
Okay, guys. So next question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Patil Medical College. So, looking for what are the opportunities or advancement in the you foresee in the field of medical education, especially in teaching and curriculum development?
I just answered just so partly. See, there is a lot of innovations going on in medical education. I think all of you know that a lot of artificial intelligence is coming, right? So we are into actual virtual learning also. Am I right? So with this advances in virtual and the artificial intelligence coming in, there is a lot of things that are going as far as the medical profession is concerned. And we are trying to use that artificial intelligence in a fruitful way, so that I think all of them are there with the projects in hand where all these things are used, virtual reality, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, and mixed reality, all these are coming into play. But as I told you, that how best you use it, all these things in a successful way without misusing. That is in your hands. But by the time it comes to me, I won't be there. But you all have to use it in a way that is helpful to the mankind, helpful to your patients, and helpful to yourselves.
Ma'am, I'm someone from second year. You have contributed to various publications and medical education literature. Could you share what drives your passion for academic literature and research?
When I was in AFMC, that was the time in, if I remember correctly, 1986, we started a medical education unit. So that is the time the commandant then, General Raghunath, he asked some of us, all the faculty who was interested in training the trainers. So that is teaching the teachers. Then I came forward because basically I belong to a family of teachers. And as I mentioned already, that I had a passion. That madam was talking about it, passion is one thing which drives you. So I wanted to see how best we can reach out to students, how best we can make them understand within a short span. That is very, very important because now the time is precious. Right? So in that short span, when you can take it, how best we can impart the knowledge is best. So that is how it started. So I started as a faculty of medical education unit in AFMC, continued, and after I came here, I continued the same thing as a research person here, and we came out with lot of methods. Recently, I spoke about the small group teaching. See, that is in now in the curriculum, evidence is your competency-based curriculum. Small group teaching. You see, small group teaching is very easy to say. This is small group teaching, what we are having now. But how best what you are saying is gone straight into their mind is what is the feedback. I don't believe in formal feedback, writing, tick, 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 no. My feedback is after I take the class, when I look at 250, if I find that all faces are looking with clarity to me, that is the best feedback I get as an academician or as a teacher. I don't require any feedback saying that your lecture was excellent, your lecture was good, or you have not covered this point that should have been covered. No. My feedback is then and there. I take a class, I expect that whether 70% understood or 80% understood. So what is my next step as an academician? What we are saying is to tell the teachers, you look at the students, and if 20% of students are looking at the clock, which is there in front of them, that means they don't want you to continue. That is one message. The second message, if they look happy, you give break in between the lecture, ask them questions, or give a game. See, that's what we did now. The entire team has done. Krishna and all those who have done that. Because little monotony has to be seen that it is not monotonous, it has to be broken. So that is what we try to achieve amongst teachers. And I think we have achieved it. So I tell in the medical education lectures also, please don't worry what you are teaching. How you are teaching is very important. Content is very important. Updated information is very important. See, if you talk the same thing, and you know, you immediately you will see Google. Oh, this point is not covered. Why he or she is not covered? So we never give all this attention here. We never give that scope. And I want to tell every teacher spends considerable time in preparing for the classes. Be it bedside clinic, be it a lecture or small group teaching. It is up to you to go live. And this is the forum where I want to request all of you, please attend. Every teacher has something to give, every patient has a lot to give. Please remember that. If I remember my lecture today, I can just go and then give an intravenous or give an intravenous injection. Now, after 52 years of learning it, that is thanks to our nurses, thanks to our doctors who taught us. So this is what you must remember, that as an academician, We are not lifelong learners. There is no stoppage. Like the other day I was reading newspaper. Yaku, Punawala, I remember. He is 100-year-old. 102 if I remember. He walks up 20 steps every day and he walks down in his house 10 steps going up and down. But he's, you know what he said, he's very active. जब भी काम करना है तभी काम करो, जब भी आराम करना है तभी आराम करो. That is what he said. And he's active 102 years. What more you want to do? Active life. He's happy. So keep yourself busy, but keep yourself updated. Updated information is very very essential these days. अभी कुछ हो गया, next day on to something else. New information is being added. So as doctors you must know. Diagnosis, see, all of them are there. Excellent faculty with us. Connector madam, Chaya madam, Viral madam, and some more there. But how best you utilize the knowledge that is given today? If I am able to talk, you know, anytime I talk about Weber's sign, all of you know what is Weber's sign. You know who is in front of me? My medicine professor, who taught us, and we have not forgotten. And if you think of thyroidectomy, who is in front of me is our surgery professor. I have not forgotten what is the precautions to be taken while removing or while doing thyroidectomy. So the knowledge has to be lifelong engraved in your mind. It should not go out of that as medical professionals. That's very important. Otherwise, see, it is like I said, perfect makes no difference. If I forget that Hindi movie or Hindi movie, a lot of movies we see. Like I start with the 10 Commandments, when all those. We have seen, but if you ask me to remove that, I don't do that. But the same, if you ask me something for them, it is very, very strongly engraved in my mind. That is because thanks to our teachers, my parents have instilled that I have learned. Number two, my teachers too. I remember every time I take a class, I remember my right was there when I was Dr. P.C. Roy awarding, Dr. V.R. Mysore. He taught me everything. As I told you, I grew up from 23 years to retirement age in the agency. But I thank them because I thank my alma mater, Venkateshwar Medical College, Tirupati, for imparting the knowledge which is there with me. I thank AFMC for giving me that experience, rich experience, vast experience. And I thank B.Y. Patil for giving that admission to what I have learned. That's very, very important. That is what I believe in. So that's all. Once you do that, you don't get back. You will get the top.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Nirale ma'am to felicitate Dr. P. Vatsalaswamy ma'am.
Thank you.